Evening. Hey, Sussex Trader, how we doing, buddy? Nice to see you on YouTube. How we doing? I've been working, mate. I've been working these things out. These are called improvements for the community. So you're there on YouTube. You can see my charts. You can do all that sort of stuff, mate. It's really, really easy. And if you're lucky one day, I might just share my knowledge with you as well as the rest of the Discord. So I hope you like it. It's an experience for you, buddy. I need to update the Bitcoin chart actually because we did break above this level of resistance, so I need to replot it. But other than that, it's pretty cool. I need to put that on the weekly actually. That's supposed to be my weekly. How are we doing there on TikTok, everyone? Thank you for joining me. Sussex Trader is on YouTube with me, so he's over there having a look at what he can see exactly what I can see. So if you fancy a bit of that, links in the bio. Go ahead, drop in and have a look. Positive after CPI and think it's going to hit mid-20s. I don't think so. For me personally, I mean, macroeconomics we're still really weak. CPI announcement took us up to, we broke my level of resistance on my trend line that I've plotted in across the daily chart. But we're back underneath that now, and we have come back down quite a long way underneath. And I still think we're probably going to move down to the downside. Sideways through the weekend, more than likely. The hourly is probably going to be sideways. But we did rip up nicely, but we did break support as well. So looking at the short term on the hourly, we broke under it for a few hours and popped back up. And then zooming back out to the daily, we broke the trend line. We are still trading sideways overall, really. And give it a couple more days, and we're going to be testing lots of levels of resistance and support. So it's going to be an interesting few days. The weekly chart, as far as my plotted resistance and support levels, the weekly is really coming to a head. So I think in the next week or two, we will see some serious movement. Sussex Trader, yeah, blessed me with my imaginary lines. I mean, it is just like I can talk about it with people. You know me, I'm not a day trader. I don't rely on trend lines and things to make my investment decisions. I am very long term, but it gives you an indication of the current climate and where we might head. You know that it's just an indicator. It's never a given. But I really like to share the things that I look at on CoinGecko and CMC. So when I'm talking through a project, people can see what I'm doing. Tom, how are we doing, buddy? Good to see you there on TikTok. Chip69, how are we doing? I've saved you, Huds. How have I saved you? You're on YouTube as well. Oh, Huds, you're dual support. You support me that much, you've got to be going twice. I really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very, very much. A lot of people are saying that the YouTube stuff's really, really helpful, and I hope it is. Crypto Psychosis, welcome, buddy. Great to have you on board. How are we doing? Good to see you. Ainsley, how are we doing, buddy? Good to see you. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. If you're on TikTok and YouTube, Huds, I mean, you've been with me a long, long time, and I really appreciate that support, buddy. Your partner and your baby are all out, so you're home alone. So you're in your boxer shorts. You've got a phone in each hand. The Xbox is on. Great night. Good night in. Come on, let's let you out. Just let the dog out very briefly. But yeah, Sussex Trader's jealous of my YouTube skills and following, so he's just over there taking the mickey at me at the moment. Thank you for hitting the likes already, people. If we can start smashing those likes, we will get more people in. Typically, we hit 100 at some point, so that would be good if we can hit 100 people in the room. But you will need to smash the likes for me in order to do that, I'm afraid. Let's have a look. I'm sorry if I've just put an image of, in everyone's head of someone sat there in their pants, a phone in each hand and the Xbox on. I do apologize if that's an image that none of you wanted. But yeah, I mean, CPI announcement wasn't as bad as it could have been. I think there was obvious manipulation in the market. I mean, they absolutely ripped away the longs and then ripped away the shorts straight after. The hourly chart is a thing of beauty. Real manipulation. We did break to the upside, but we come back down into the normal trading channel again. So it's all healthy and sideways again. As I said, long term for me, I am very, very bullish on crypto. However, short-term, macroeconomic-wise, I'm still bearish. I still think we've got a way to come down. We will probably test that 17.6 support level at some point. It's even worse than that. You've got out the bath. Now I've got an image that I never wanted, Huds. You've got loads, Steve. Stop being greedy. Absolutely. Huds is now getting Sussex Trader on YouTube for me. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. You lay into him. Don't let him boss you around. Gunners are the best. An Arsenal fan through and through there. Liam from Serenity. Hey, Liam, how are we doing, buddy? Good to have you in here. So anyone that's not aware, Liam basically, he's my point of contact for Serenity Shield. We've got the AMA with them on Monday at 8:30 p.m. The link is in the bio to both the event in my Discord and to their Discord as well, so you can get all your research in. And if you have got any questions, jump in the Discord, get onto that questions channel and drop them in there. We would love to get those. And there have been some great questions so far as well. Check out Serenity Shield. It is a quality project. And also there is a giveaway. 150 Serenity Shield tokens are up for grabs. Now, the pre-sale price, that's about $75. The second round of the pre-sales coming up on Tuesday. So we've got a really good slot, actually, the night before that second round. So that's really, really good. Yeah, absolutely, Liam. Yeah, we have got lots of great questions. The community are really coming through with some good technical questions. So really, really good stuff. I just need to stop Tom and Jerry and everyone else from fighting. There we go. Right, so dog and cat separated temporarily. Yes, so Huds Crypto's been around a while. He's in some good groups. He's a big supporter of mine, Liam. So he's probably not spamming you. So please feel free to talk to him on Telegram. He's a stand-up chap. If TikTok did gifts, it's been 84 years. My feelings on crypto at the moment. Yeah. It's been a long time. Crypto is definitely hard work right now. Oh, Huds, yes, because of course, Serenity Shield's first AMA that I went into as well was actually with Total Engagement as well. Now, unfortunately, they seem to have gone a bit quiet at the moment. The market's had an effect. However, that man Hoff did refer Liam to me, saying that I was trying to get some AMAs, and we made it work. So it's all fantastic. And Serenity Shield is a class utility project. Really like the use case. So yeah, as I said, anyone who's interested in that, hop in the Discord, have a look at that. The links are all in the bio. Total Who. Ooh, burn to the TE crew. That was your first AMA, and it was a great AMA. I mean, I think one thing that that man Hoff's always been really good with is obviously the security side of things. That's a primary function of Serenity Shield, among other things. There are patents pending. There's great tech. It's fantastic use case and a proper utility project. Really, really good. Yeah, scared about handing the keys over is a really good point, Negged, but they obviously have looked at that and done it the best way they can. I mean, I can let you know a little bit now, and that is the fact that they use a network called Secrecy Network, and that is basically a private network. So please do just drop that question in there. It's not a there's no such thing as a silly question. We're talking about people who want to learn about decent projects. This is a great project. And of course, you're right. Blockchain's completely transparent. We should never hand our keys and over to our crypto. But there's a risk in doing so. But obviously, with it being the product it is, they've taken every measure they can think of in order to protect that. So if you've got any questions or doubts, drop it in there, buddy. Honestly, it'll be all good. What do I think of Tether? I think Tether's risky as a stable coin. I much prefer USDC, but there are also other tokens coming out very soon as well. What if you die? It's good for that in that way. Yeah, absolutely. This is it. It kind of deals with that next of kin issue. I mean, my family wouldn't know what to do with all the wallets and keys and seed phrases that I've got. And part of that solution is that inheritance. And that's kind of part of what they've done. So that Strongbox, as Liam's just said there, the Strongbox is trademarked. So it is great tech. we will cover it in the AMA, absolutely. As I said, any questions, any concerns, drop them in the Discord channel. So the link is in the bio. Please just go ahead and drop them in there. And any and all questions we will answer. There, every question is relevant. I don't want to sound like I'm shilling it, so I'm going to pull back from that now a little bit. But yes, absolutely, a great AMA. Definitely in store. And we had a really good AMA actually this week as well, of course, with Crawl on Mars. That went really, really well. I failed to record it properly, but luckily TikTok picked it up. I've just used the audio file out of that. So if you've missed that Crawl on Mars AMA, the recording, it's an hour and a half long, but it is available in the Discord as well. You're welcome, Liam. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. I'm going to pop a reminder out on Saturday evening just to remind people that we've got that AMA. But yeah, it's going to be a class AMA. And hopefully we will get some of the old TE crew in as well, because it is a great project. And they got the ball rolling with you. Okay, so going back into the market, then we have had a lot of green runners today. Of course, first and foremost, one of my it is my favorite. Quant has been absolutely storming it again. So Quant is still up 3% on the day, $165. So it is having an absolute belter. It's over a 4x in 4 months, and there are people out there saying that they're marketing, but actually Quant don't do a lot of normal marketing. So it's not like people on TikTok being paid to shill. People on TikTok like it, and therefore they talk about it. I think what Quant are very, very good at doing, they're good at using Twitter and all these other socials to share what they're doing and what innovations they're doing, what events they're at, what information's out there to be shared. They share it. And that's what gets people really excited about it. Sorry about that, folks. It was a crane fly, and I hate them, so I just had to grab that one. Bit of a Karate Kid moment, but it worked. HBAR didn't really much of a Coinbase listing bounce. Yeah, as I said, for me, HBAR, that was never going to happen. I think for me, HBAR, it's very much buy the rumor, sell the news event, but the buy the rumor news never really happened. HBAR is a proper utility project, and I think for that reason, it never really saw much of a run-up. It was just another listing. Glimmer, Moonbeam, I love Moonbeam. It is one of my most bullish projects now, one of my biggest holdings as well. I've accumulated that much of it. It is one of my biggest. I'm really enjoying a lot of projects on the Polkadot network at the moment, especially the ones that I've obviously got coins from the Polkadot Parachain auctions. Parallel, it's absolutely killing it right now for me staking-wise. I've got liquidation risk-free staking with my LC dot tokens. So I can borrow up against those 100%, and I will not get liquidated because they are directly correlated to the price of DOT anyway. But I'm getting 30% for my DOT, or I can stake my DOT S DOT, which they do for you, and that gives you a combined APR of over 50% right now. So parallel finance on the Polkadot network is fantastic. Really like it. And they've now opened it up to Akala, so I can move my Akala across to Parallel and get even more staking on there, which is fantastic. As I said, I do like Akala, and I'm quite bullish on it. I don't want to sell all my tokens, but I do have concerns now about their blockchain, about their network, because, of course, they had that exploit in the Akala IBTC hub, so in that pool. So little bit of trepidation there, but Parallel are really, really strong right now. Love Algo. Algo's great, absolutely. XRP, I love XRP Ripple. I've just chosen not to DCA into it anymore. I think it's going to run up. It will, absolutely. We will at least see all-time highs again in the next bull run. I think we'll see that before that. I think there'll be a settlement. We're going to see that. I think it's scheduled for the 18th, is it? Or something? 17th, 18th. But yeah, it's... Oh my God, it's back again already. But yeah, Richard Hart thinks 3 weeks to the market bottom. I did see a little bit of that on TikTok. Someone had put it up. Traditionally, 3 weeks. Yeah, we're in a year. We're nearly a year into the bear market. Basically, what he's trying to say. And typically, this is when it bottoms out. For me personally, I don't think it's bottomed out. I think we're exceptionally circumstances. Crypto's never seen a recession before, and I think there's worse still to come. I know we've seen 17.6 once or twice, and we've never looked back. we've gone to the up, and we've it's been very volatile, but we've not gone back down that low again. But for me personally, I think we will go down lower. I think things are too volatile, weak. We've got recessions. The markets are very, very weak. We could have a black swan event still that brings the market crashing down. We don't know. But typically, yes, about 3 weeks until we see a market bottom, if you follow the history of it all. I am the Karate Kid tonight. How are the percentages so high with dot staking? Basically, Parallel were part of the Parachain crowd fund loan system. So they have got a lot of reserves of funding. So what they're doing is they're funding that high APR. So they're getting people to stake their dot on there. So what you do, it's really simple as well, actually. I will explain it. I'll take some time. So Parallel, for example, I put my Polkadot on my Polkadot.js wallet. So what I do is I will then go on to Parallel, and there's basically a very simple earn button, and that will convert half of your Polkadot that you elect to put in into S dot. It will then pair it with dot, so you've got a dot S dot pairing, and it will put it into the liquidity pool. And that, with those two different rates of loan, it will give you a combined rate of about 50% at the moment. It does vary. It is going up and down, but last time I did it, it was 54%. But it does fluctuate, of course, as all these APRs do. But yes, it is a fantastic system. I'm really enjoying Parallel. And since I realized I could borrow liquidation free, you can imagine I did quite a lot in the Polkadot Parachain auctions. So I've borrowed a lot of Polkadot, and I've staked that same way, risk free. So it's pretty cool. Going to push for an AMA with Changi. They need to pull their finger out. Yeah, they had an AMA today. I missed it, but I think communication is one thing that they're not great on. And if they leave it long periods, people start getting very concerned about that project. They have been a bit more active recently, but they need some kind of regular place where they can actually have these Q&A sessions. And half an hour on a weekday once every 3 months, I don't think that cuts it. I think they need something bigger and better than that. It's good if they want to be as big as they say they're going to be, they're going to need to do a lot more things to reassure people that have bought in. Where's my social usernames on screen? They're actually on my bio. So if you go onto my TikTok bio, there's a little thing under there that says my Slink app. That's got all my socials in there. So you just click on there and it'll break it all down. You've got all my Discord, the AMA links, everything in there. ZoidPay is not one I'm familiar with. Let's have a look at that one. Blockchain Ventures. You've been in the Discord a while now, and you have come up with some absolute stonkers. So let's have a look at ZoidPay. You definitely have a different angle on research than I do. You come up with some really different projects. So let's have a look at ZoidPay. Not one I've come across before. So it is 10.5 cents. Market cap 73 million. Market cap 34 million. So it's 50% in circulation, which isn't bad. Volume 114,000, which isn't bad for a smallish project. I have the volume on whole sweet and super trend, but it does not look like yours. What am I doing wrong? You've probably tried to fine tune yours, and I haven't. I don't guarantee the accuracy of mine at all. But yeah, that chart. I mean, this chart here for ZoidPay, for example, launched in mid 2021. So in the bull run, it didn't run up immediately, which is actually quite a good thing for me. I think it did run up in April, which is quite late on. And it's come right back down again. So I think that's all going to be about use case. And if you have a look at the use case of that one, you need to do some research. Let's have a look what it says briefly. ZoidPay is a crypto liquidity platform enabling instant card issuance for purchases. So it's a crypto card, Web3 based. Let's go. Sussex traders looking to join on. Let's have a look. All right, you old fart.
What were you doing? I've literally I've set everything up just to jump on live to you, and you kept rejecting me.
I was trying to talk to people, buddy. I'm busy. I'm all over.
Oh, sorry. I did say I was going to try and jump on. I literally got my ring light out. I've got everything now.
Not everything, I hope. That would be a bit wrong.
No, not everything, but it's really weird. I've got a really tiny version of you
Yeah, I've just noticed that actually because I'm sharing the screen. The notes are still down there, so I've got half a blank page now.
I thought about trying to do that, but I did it once, I think, and then I started doing the bar across the middle. I need to do that. Hey, Simply, how you doing? You all right? Sussex, heartbroken. I was a bit because I like got all my gear out and everything.
Don't be offended. Don't be offended. You know, there's nothing but love. You know,
Right,
we've still got this.
He's only got a couple of months. He's going to start charging $3.99 for his Patreon.
Funnily enough, I was going to put a TikTok out there about people trying to pay, and I remembered that I actually put it out to my Discord. Should I do a paid one? And they unanimously said no or nothing. So that got scrapped very quickly.
I just think there's other ways of making money than exploiting people for a monthly fee.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was kind of like I was going to devote more time to certain aspects, and that would have been kind of like a little bit of something. But they're happy with what they got, so carry on.
Maybe I'm just really anti making extra money. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bit old fashioned like that.
You clearly made too much at the last bull run.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I just don't think.
No, but you're right. You're right. I think if you're good at it, or I mean, because you know, there's a lot of people on TikTok and YouTube that say they're good at it, don't prove that they're good at it, and say that if you pay them £3 a month, they will help you retire. Well,
I think the only people that should be offering paid advice are the people that are financially free because of crypto, not people that still work a job and only got into it in 2020. Like me. Courses for 150 quid.
Like me is what you're trying to say.
No, not you. There's other people I'm talking about.
No, I'm joking, buddy. I'm joking.
The most, I think you and me spoke about it. The most I would do is like a PDF that someone can pay, I don't know, like £10 for and keep. And it's got links to YouTube's, links to exchanges, and like all the lingo, like a basic starter sheet. Yeah. That's probably the only thing I would deem acceptable.
Sorry, Scott. Anything interesting on the Tangi AMA? They haven't released the recording yet, and I missed it, so unfortunately not. Myself and a couple of people I know are reaching out to them and saying they need to do more AMAs, and of course I've volunteered my Discord as a resource for that if they wish. I
always feel like I muscle in on your lives, like you're trying to build this brand, and I seem to be the only person on it trying to build a brand and just kind of bounce around. And
I'm not. I've got no brand apart from saying I'm a noob. It was funny actually because we were talking about that earlier in the Telegram group, weren't we? It's kind of like why are scammers copying someone called noob and then trying to sell them financial advice?
I don't think you can even call yourself that anymore. I think that's, you know, Lisa. Thanks, Steve. His face is not as big now. Who's that? Who is Lisa?
Lisa's my mod.
Oh, you're a mod. You've got a mod. Oh my god, is that how big you are?
What have you heard?
She's in my life now, though.
Yeah. SS Strongbox is interesting. Yeah, the Serenity Shield Strongbox is really interesting blockchain ventures. I agree, and it is patented, so that is really good. So that is cool.
Thanks, Huds Crypto. Thanks for that. I appreciate that.
Well, what's he said? What's he done?
He just said, all right, Steve, I'll join your live to back your numbers up because you've only got 6. I'm not as renowned for going live as I don't make as much time for it. Aaron's kids are grown up. Mine are just upstairs. My missus is putting them to bed. I was like, I've got a thing I need to do. Yeah. Ran downstairs with my ring light and my tripod and set it up in the breakfast bar. Thought I'd get my Bitcoin chart out. I can't show mine like you can yours. I need to learn how to do that. Or is that part of the YouTube live studio?
It is. It's not. No. It's. I use OBS. But yeah, it's quite a good bit of kit. It's just on the laptop, it's a little bit draining. It's a bit slow. I heard
Loom is another one you can use as well. Loom.
Yeah, there's quite a few. It just depends exactly what you want to do. I mean, I've got a couple of bits of editing kit now. I just don't use it for TikTok videos. So I really should because
Well, I've worked out how to turn my front-facing camera of my iPhone into my webcam because obviously it's better quality than. I don't know, my MacBook's pretty good actually.
Right, so someone's asked about Flux. Now, I don't know a lot about Flux, so let's have a quick look at it.
Conflux, is that Conflux?
Now, I used to mine Conflux briefly, but I don't know if Conflux is just Flux or whether Flux is a new one. There is one called Flux.
What's the crystal ball saying? What's the crystal ball saying? Have we already bottomed out? I don't know if we've bottomed out, but we've rejected 18.5 grand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times on the daily chart.
Yeah, I mean, we have definitely got support at 18.6 ish, 18.5, 18.6.
We've got the supports at the supports around the previous all-time high from 2018, 2017 bear market.
I mean, if that 18.6 goes, I think we test 17.6 again. But we have got quite a good level of support here. The only thing I'd think when I've done my chart, and you obviously took the mickey at me for drawing some pretty lines on it, but I've just sort of drawn in some levels of support and resistance that I've seen out on the daily time frames. And I just think that the daily and the weekly is just getting squeezed into the bottom, into this corner, and eventually it's going to pop up or pop down. I just think it's more likely to pop down. So for me, I think we'll be testing 17.6 again. We will break down at some point, I think.
How do I rotate? I've forgotten where the rotate the camera button is. It's all changed.
Native flux, apparently it's called. Let's.
Here we go. Look, I'll just flip that around. I've got my chart open.
Yeah, I can't find anything on native flux, I'm afraid. User 610.
It's my daily chart.
Oh, mine's definitely prettier. But no, I've got some similar lines in there as well. I've got some similar support levels, but
I haven't done any. You've got this one.
I need to rechart it now. We've broken below and above a couple of times, so I need to rechart it.
You could go here. Where are we? Hold on. I'm trying to do this while holding the tripod. I'll probably go with that. Move that out of the way. There we go.
So you've got the volume on whole suite and it's on super trend, but it doesn't look like that.
Veracity. I've heard of Veracity.
Yeah, Veracity's got decent looking utility, but it's one of those tokens that it's been around a while. It's been hyped up quite a bit. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not one I hold, but it does look semi-decent.
No, I'm sticking to, I keep saying I'm being boring. I'm sticking to the big ones now.
I'm still going for Moonbeam and Moonriver. I'm still getting some more of that, but I'm going to get some links soon and some more ICP. Of course, I've had some more DOT recently as well.
I'm tempted to sell my quant here and wait for it to drop again.
Oh, see, now I've been playing with that idea as well, but I know quant's very strange in the way it behaves.
Yeah, very strange. It's pumped a lot. I feel like the air's going to burst out of that bubble eventually.
Mm.
That's my thought process anyway. I need to look at
run on flux. There we go. I've got the link now. It's just been put on. Someone's just asked me to have a look at it, and the page didn't work. That's good. Tell me what. Do me a favour, user 610. Just if you can, and I know it's a bit of a ball ache, just follow the link in my bio to the Discord and drop that link in the research request channel. I will have a look at it. But at the moment, it's saying that link is invalid, so I'll have to dig around a little bit to get it.
Oh, you can have 4 hosts now.
You can indeed. I was tempted to take some profit from Quant, but can't bring myself to do it. I'm the same, Tom, to be fair. I mean, Quant for me is one that I'm going to hold for years yet anyway. But there's always room to maneuver. I mean, it's run up 300% in 4 months. It's 4x.
Yeah, so there's a bit of me thinking like
it's gonna come down at some point, but how far up is it going to go first? We saw some silly runs last year in the bull run, but that was in the bull run. But I think the thing is with Quant, and it is doing a lot in terms of its Twitter information. It's putting a lot out there. There's CBDCs coming out. We're seeing stablecoins planned for. I think there's a lot of speculation and accumulation. So we're seeing maybe a little bit of a supply shock as well with Quant, as well as a lot more interest. So it could carry on longer, but the likelihood is it consolidates and comes down somewhere. But who knows where?
If it goes through 175, then it could then go to 200, above to 200. That's the weekly.
Yeah, let's have a look at the quant. I'll just dip on the quant on the daily as well. Actually, quant on the daily.
On the daily, it needs to where it is now. It needs to go through that and then break up to 200 to the 200 mark. I don't care because the Liquidus is out next month.
That's when you fill your bags. So I think
Well,
we've
I
got.
don't need to fill the bag anymore.
I mean, I think Quant's got a clean run up to about 185, and then we'll see some more resistance there. But that's going back to maybe even 180, but it's going back to January's figures. So it's definitely very, very strong at the moment, obviously, but it's had a hell of a run. But yeah, it's the thing. It just doesn't. It's just not following Bitcoin. It's definitely, at least temporarily, it's depegged.
Bitcoin's just kind of consolidating at the moment.
Yeah, Bitcoin's been going sideways and down a little bit for a long time, but like you said, we've bounced off that 18.6 level several times now. How long can it hold up for before we break down? I think we come to a crunch soon.
I've got 12 quant, so I'll take it.
So JFP sold their quant. That's a brave move. I hope it pays off. I'm tempted just to hold mine. I really am. I'm not going to take the risk.
How many have you got, Aaron? How many have you got?
Not as much as I have Polkadot.
Yeah, well, Quant's a lot more expensive than Polkadot.
Yeah, I'm talking pounds and pence. I own more Polkadot than I do anything else. But Quant's up there.
I've only got 12.
The thing is, though, mate, if it comes up to that silly money that we're all thinking it could, it's only got a supply of 14.5 million. And if it does become like a multi-billion-dollar business, it's only at 2 billion now. I think it's just scratching. If that goes up to 14 billion,
is what I own exactly. I've got 12.2, which is what I'm thinking. Do I sell it? And that whole hope that it goes down again to like $100 and then buy more and then have like another 6.
Someone's got 100. Sobe 164's got 100 quant. Fair play. That'll be nice. Am I buying? I am dollar cost averaging. I am definitely back in the market. I took a small hiatus, maybe for 2.5 months.
But I'm $25 a month, £25 a month at the moment.
I've still got a nice little stack of stable coins actually that I'm waiting to bung in at some point.
Oh really?
I'm trying to avoid chucking it into Moonbeam at the moment or Moon River. I want to wait for a completely new project to come out, and there are a few that I'm looking at, but they've already been invested in heavily by VCs, so the likelihood is that they'll run up and then dump quite quickly. So I don't know.
Depends what the lockup is, I suppose.
Yeah. Do I think the market's going to drop? For me personally, macroeconomic wise, if you look at it realistically, the crypto's never seen a recession before. Let's put that first and foremost, and we are in a recession. For me personally, there's no reason for the market to be bullish, so it will probably go up. But for me, I personally think it's going to get squeezed and it'll come down. Whether it retest the 18.6 level again, or whether it goes down further to test the 17.6 level, I don't know. No one knows. But my guess is, eventually it's going to break down lower than where we are right now. I don't believe we've seen the absolute bottom. What's my intake on Solana? I think Solana's trash. I think it served a purpose last year in the bull run. I think it became an NFT center, and it served the purpose. But firstly, it's not reliable. Secondly, it's not safe. And if it's not reliable and it's not safe and they can't fix it, it's broke. It's a dead project.
Solana is trash.
It needs one piece of decent tech to come out and Solana's done. But at the moment, they've got the volume that is keeping them alive. But one decent project coming out that's better and it's dead.
If on the daily, if Solana breaks $30, that's gone.
Isn't October historically a good month for Bitcoin? It's better than September historically. Not necessarily good, just better than September. I think what is it they say in the last few years? I think half of September's were bad, but about a quarter of October's were bad. So more likely to be a better month than September. But like I said, crypto.
Unless you're day trading, I wouldn't worry too much.
Yeah, this is it, and this is why I like the long-term investing. It's less stressful. You can just say, right, I think that's really good tech. I think that really comes good in a couple of years. In the bag it goes. See you in a couple of years.
Constantly staring at charts. I entered a competition today to win a Bitcoin, to win 20 grand's worth of Bitcoin.
How much did it cost you?
70p.
Enough
And
takers.
you know those guys that do, you know the guys that do the supercars at the airports, BOTB?
Yes. Is it them?
They're doing, one of their prizes is 20 grand's worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah. Legacy.
Today,
Sorry, Dane, on YouTube. I'm not sure what you're saying now. I know a creator called Legacy Crypto, but are you saying that there's a crypto you want me to look at called Legacy Crypto? I'm not sure. Okay, what do I think of Tamadoge? I think Tamadoge was a good-looking meme coin when it came out. It had possibility to turn a good profit. I think that profit's been made and it's now dumping. I was told to buy into it, just like last year when I was told to buy into Liquidus. I didn't, and I bought in at the top. I could have made a lot of money because Steve was telling me, mate, you want to buy Liquidus? Honestly, buy some Liquidus.
Did you not? Jamie doesn't share. Jamie never shares his tips with anybody.
No, he doesn't. No, but that's why he
never messages anybody.
That's why he doesn't work anymore.
Well, no, I don't think it's just that. I mean, he did a lot of work in the background with marketing companies and stuff. He did really, really well out of it.
Yeah. This is it. It's not like he didn't work for it. He did. He grafted to get in those positions. You work and you get yourself in those positions. Are we stacking up on XLM? Now, I like XLM, but it's not one that I'm stacking up on. I do like my XRP. I might buy a little bit more XLM if the whole market dips. I might buy a little bit more of the ISO coins, but it's not a priority for me. I think I'd probably try accumulate XDC right now over XLM. I think XDC is going to be very
ISO coins.
XDC.
Your ISO coins.
Well, and I do like my ISO coins because of my background is finance. I appreciate the use case, but I do now sort of warn people that ISO is not anything to do with the crypto. ISO is a financial institution standard of practice. It's a way of working, and and people have to realize that these are just cryptos that ISO have said yes, these projects could help you achieve this level, this ISO standard. They're not guaranteed to be used. They're not guaranteed to be adopted. We know that some are in terms of CBDC use case. That's probably the most bullish use case if you're looking at institutional. But ISO, nothing's guaranteed. None of these products are guaranteed to fly because of ISO. They are more likely to succeed because they are a quality project, but nothing's guaranteed. You're speculating as to whether or not they're going to be adopted. How much is XDC at the moment? Good question. I haven't even looked at the price for a while. I wonder if it's in my charting.
I was supposed to go live with Leo today, but
yeah, I saw it. I saw Leo was back. XDC's at 3.1 cents, so it's actually done pretty well recently. It has run up a little bit. It's been 2 cents for a while, so it's actually a little bit higher than it has been for a while. But yeah, I do like XDC. It's going to be a very institutional coin, very corporate. There's not going to be a lot of retail DeFi or NFTs going on XDC. And if you have a look at it now, there's no projects on there that you would want to buy. They've got a project on there that I did buy temporarily called XSwap XSP. Just doesn't get used. So it's got good tech, good potential, but it's not for retail. It is corporate. Tom bought $100 of Tamadoge at the top. Serious FOMO. Yeah, that was exactly the same as me. I was still being told it was quality and that they had good plans. And it did look like, in terms of a meme coin, they had some work to do. So I chucked it in. But then I looked at the market cap afterwards and realised it was over 150 million. That might be a mistake.
Well and truly done.
that might be a mistake. El Puno, XRP to the moon, the hardcore XRP fan that he is. How are we doing, El Puno? Good to see you.
El Puno, how are you doing, mate? All right.
Right, one for you then, Mr. Sussex.
Have you heard about total engagement?
No, but I've heard that Simply Crypto's looking to change his sign. It doesn't surprise me, mate.
Total engagement is not total engagement anymore.
Well, there's. I'm gonna say it. There's no bull run anymore, so they don't need to exist. I like some of the guys in there, but how many of them have been around since the bull run? Big fat zero.
Yeah, they've still gone a bit quiet, isn't it?
Yeah. So the one
still out there.
This is it. If you like crypto and you like the crypto space and you're in it for the long haul and you're not in it just to shill yourself for all you got, then you're still around. If you want to make money, then you've disappeared.
Bricks and slides.
Just look at the people that were pumping up all the launchpad stuff, like DAO makers and all those people that were. I think there's.
The guy that was making the DAO maker content's making his own content now. He's not even making content for DAO maker, which says it all for me.
But,
he's obviously lost his job there.
Do I think Matic is good? I think Matic is superb. It is the best layer 2 for Ethereum, without doubt. And they are doing fantastic work. A lot of devs going over to Matic to build more as well, but they're doing the deals. Sussex Trader, what price are you selling your QNT at? Is a question from Scott.
I don't know. I have to keep an eye on the chart. I think I might not sell it.
Me too.
I think it's just because I want more, and I'm annoyed at myself for not buying more than 2 when it was $45. Because I had 10, and I bought another 2 when it was cheap. So.
Do you know what I did? I bought some, sold it at about 150, and then bought back in over 200.
Well, my average buy is 155, so I'm in profit.
Yeah, I didn't sell it all, but
I'm in profit.
I didn't sell it all, but obviously I would have had a lot more.
I'm also liking the fact that ICP is just melting from it's $4.96.
I mean, ICP is very prospective, and I warn people that ICP all hinges on whether or not it's adopted. If it's great technology, fantastic, really safe, cheap, virtually gasless, secure, but if it's not adopted, it's worthless. So it is highly prospective. Right. Have you bought
John Cheney 581? I just came into 40k. What coins and what amounts? We're not financial advisors. I mean, that's probably more for you to decide. Go and research the space. Go and watch some videos from both of us on being new and getting into the space, and don't just blindly invest into stuff. But
any competitors to XRP? Any competitors to XRP on the horizon? Yeah, loads. There's loads of payments and remittance crypto out there now. XRP Ripple were just one of the first. We've got the other ISOs like XLM, XDC. Algo's a little bit of a competitor as well in that regard. But there's so many different payments and remittance cryptos out there. There's lots of competition. They are possibly going to dominate if the court case goes their way, but there'll be lots to share around.
I just want the court case to be over with now, to be honest.
Have we got any little gem coins that we think will break through in the next year or so? I've got a few, not necessarily tiny caps. I've openly said that I absolutely love Moonriver. I think it's Ethereum plus... Moonriver is technically Ethereum plus Kusama, whereas Moonbeam is Ethereum plus Polkadot. But Moonriver's got a tiny supply and huge potential, and it's already going up the transactions per day chart. So not necessarily tiny, but I think last time I checked, the market cap was under 35 million. And if that becomes a mainstream blockchain, huge.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm going to call it a day soon anyway, so I think I'm going to wind it up there.
It's fine, mate. I'm happy to do the same. I just want to jump on with you.
No, it's good to speak to you again. I mean, it's we're trying to get a podcast going with a couple of other people, but they we keep not being able to meet our timetables together, so we need to sort that out at some point. It'd be nice to actually be able to at least do it once a month like we planned, but at the moment we're struggling. So it's
us older guys, we're all busy.
Yeah. Right then, folks, let's wind it up then. I will talk to you again soon, Steve. Everyone else, take it easy. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your questions. As I said, hop on the Discord. We've got an AMA on Monday. Come check it out, Serenity Shield. Links are all in the bio. Speak to you all again soon. Cheers.
See you later.